Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Gurudev, everyone. So, did you rest well? No? Good. You have any question? There.
Jai Guruji, can you explain me about the importance of our own intuitive plan for our own future and about the relation between our intuition and intuitive plan for our future and letting things flow?
Good. You see, to come to the point of listening to one intuition is not an easy thing. You know, people think very often that they are listening to their intuition. And then they will say, Guruji is talking through me. This is a stupidity of people. You know, very often you see that and you keep seeing it, especially those people which is on the spiritual path. They think of themselves being too superior than anybody else, you know. They listen to the mind. Their mind is still very much into the same state which they were outside, you know. Just because they become spiritual and then they have heard that there is something called intuition, we should listen to it. It's a process that you have to go through. To be able to listen to your intuition is not just happening from one moment to the other. You know? The intuition is not something which just pop in just like that. You know? Very often it is there, but yet you are not aware of it. It is there, but you are not there. So many things you do in life, you do it in a state of unconscious. What do? You know, you do everything. You are in love. You are in love because love just happened. You hate. Why hate? Because it just happened. You know, in life, whatever you do, things are just happening. But you are not, if you ask somebody, have you done all this with a deep consciousness? Were you conscious fully when you were doing something? The answer would be no. Because if you were fully conscious about what you were doing, the outcome would be completely different. The outcome of fully being aware of whatever you're doing in life bring you to a certain state of awareness. And that state of awareness means that there is a certitude into it. There is a certain, there's no doubt in what I'm doing, you know. And there's no, it will, like somebody was saying, they will revibrate the same words what the Master said always to you. Yeah. If that doesn't connect with each another, if you see that whatever delusion is going into your mind and thinking that this is an intuition, then you will always, how can I profit from the situation? What can I do to gain more from that situation? And that you see very often, you know, in ungrounded people. Life. They think that they are listening to their intuition, but in reality they're luding themselves into a certain delusion, and also with them they also lure other people into the same delusion which they are in. Just because they have heard of beautiful words called intuition, and yet you can see that they are not in tune at all. They are not grounded at all. So to be able to come to the point of listening to the intuition itself, firstly, you have to be in the state of calmness within yourself. If you yourself is not in a state of calmness, you can't even listen. Of course, you sit there and in deep meditation, you will hear many voices inside of you. Yes or no? But all these voices are just the old recording of your mind, which is, it have recorded it, and when you are closing your eyes, you pretend to meditate, it will throw it back to you. And that's what people do. You know, they think that, yes, I am too great, I can listen to my intuition now. You know, in one of the Satsang, I say, don't listen to your intuition because you have not reached to that level. But you have to come to the point, and through your sadhana, through your spiritual practices, go into that calm state to differentiate what is the first voice that I feel inside of my heart and which one is the second one which I hear in my head. There's too big difference between the two. Even if they appeared to dress the same way, one is filled with confidence, the other one is filled with confusion. Easy example is that once you listen to your intuition, you will always say, no, 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 it can't be so simple. It can't be so simple because we want something to be more dramatized in our life. We want something to be more extravaganza. Then we can say, yes, I am doing something with my life. You know? No, you're not doing anything. Because if you have soaked in and really deepen yourself, you know, through the satsang, through the knowledge, through your sadhana, you will not just, things will not just happen to you. There will be deep awareness in what you are doing. You know? You will do it with that deep certitude. You will realize that, yes, things don't just happen like that. There is something behind that make that things happen. And how do we go? We go just like that. Oh, yes, I feel in my intuition. And then, of course, when it is not the way it is, we can always find another solution. We can always find an excuse for it. Guruji said it like that. It's a test or this and that. Yeah. Well, you see, this is the problem. That's why you need to be able to listen to one intuition. It takes time. It takes deep investment, you know, into diving into yourself. First, you have to become calm into yourself, you know. You have to attain to that state of calmness. Then you can listen to your intuition. Because then when you listen to your intuition, you will see that there is no difference between the Guru's voice and the voice that I'm hearing inside. There is no difference between the distance is not there anymore. You know? Then there is no need but you come to that point of surrender. You know? You come to that state of surrendering. You know? And everything that you do it with that same attitude, the same state of love. You do it with the same state of whatever I'm doing it in a state of surrender. And this is when you are really centered inside of you, when you are really grounded inside of you. Not only centered and grounded, but also awake into that blissful state. You know, awake into that joy. You know. So in whatever you do, that joy will be infused into it. So until that happens, don't listen to your so-called intuition. Work on it. Deepen your sadhana, deepen your meditation, deepen your chanting. Deepen yourself in becoming calm. And then don't just say, yes, I have attained to that. Because you can't say yes to yourself. Praising your own self, it is purely your own ego. Have the confirmation. Yeah. When that happens, you will see. But there's no furtherness, there's no distance, nothing. So what was the second part of your question? I can't remember.
The relation between your God, between our intuition and God's will. Letting thank you. Letting things flow. But you answered my question, so.
Okay,
Thank you so
good. So, yes. You had a question, Mataji? So you want to ask a question?
Jai Gurudev Guruji. So when we die, we either go temporary to heaven or to hell.
We are not Catholic.
Yes.
So
Yes. Different heavens and in different hells according to our punya or to the sins that we have to go through. And we need to be incarnated to obtain the ultimate. So considering that when we incarnate, we don't have any recollection of what happened in these heavens or in these hells, how does this...
of course you do have recollection. When your life is going through hell, you have brought a part of that hell with you. When your mind is dragging you crazy completely, a part of that hell have come with you. And you're making this beautiful world a hell itself. Same thing when you awake into that divine love, you awake into the bliss, that part which is heaven inside of you manifests also into the outside. So everything becomes heaven. And hell is not a place there. You have it inside of you. You brought it from wherever you have traveled to. So you can see. It's not that nobody have recollection. You have never asked yourself when you are going through deep process, have you not asked yourself, what kind of things I have done in my life to deserve that? Who I have offended to do such, to deserve such things in my life? Luckily, you are devotees. You have already gone through that process. You see, the thing is with your question, hell and heaven. The good thing is that you don't remember them. It's a very good thing. So imagine you will be remembering your holiday in hell. Such things you can't forget. Can you forget that? You can't forget. Imagine you have gone to a short holiday of some thousands of years, probably in that deep infernal place. And then you come back again, you sit there and, my goodness, I was in hell. It was so terrible. In Garuda Purana, they explain about that, how terrible it is and how you go through that process, Imagine you will remember that. Do you think you could sit here and be happy? What do you think, my friend? Already, this life itself, whatever happened into your life, you sit in a depression state, you can't forget, you can't let go, and yet You will sit here, you will be born depressed. You will go through life depressed. You will end up depressed. Like many people. Many people go through the same procedure. They're born in an unknown way. They go through life not knowing who they are. They die, even that they don't know who they are. And then they call that life. And throughout life, they spend some time bribing God with some candle, some coconut, And that also they do business with him, thinking once they died, they will go to heaven. Here you live like in hell and then you think you will go to heaven? Who would want you there? Surely not me. And vice versa itself, imagine the pride and arrogance when you know, yes, I'm a heavenly person. How would you be? You will be like this rascal, which is, who have billions and all the stuff, that they don't even bother about what is life. You will be in that same state. There is people like that they think that all the things that they have into this world, the billions that they have into this world, they are already in heaven. But that don't bring true happiness. You see, both ways, heaven and hell is useless. And that's what the other people think. If they do bad, they will go to hell. If they're good, they will go to heaven. It's not that easy. And some say, you can buy your sins. Can you buy your karma? You can't buy. You have to go through. You have to face it. Life has been given to you on and on, whether you were heaven or hell, wherever you are, forget about it, you don't remember about it. So don't bother about thinking whether you are a hellish person or you are a heavenly person. Knowing that you are a devotee, that's the most important thing. And the most important thing is that being a devotee, you're humble. You have to reflect what your master have given, That knowledge which Bhagavan have given, that's what you have to reflect. Like the saints said, even if I go to hell, it is you, my Lord, which is the Lord of heaven and hell. Why should I bother about that? You do whatever you want with me. That is a state of surrendering. It's not sitting here, oh, my life, where was I? Was I in hell? Then you're wasting that precious life. You're making this life itself become hell. Oh, my life is so beautiful. Was I in heaven? Then you're attaining something which is limited. You're not attaining to the supreme, infinite Lord, You're not attaining to that lotus feet, which is infinite. When you put that tilak on your forehead, that infinite lotus feet of Sri Hari, that's what you have to continuously remember. It's not about where you come from. It doesn't matter. You are here now. Does it matter? To anybody? Does it matter? It doesn't matter. Bhagavan have called you because you have something deep inside of you that he sees. Throughout life you have worked to build your relationship with him. That's what he's giving to you. The matter is not about heaven or hell. It's not about what you remember or what you don't remember. He's giving you the knowledge now. Take that knowledge and grow from that. It's not about this. Otherwise, you will just stay in the same thing, You will still think, yeah, I will go to heaven. Yes, you may go to some heaven. short day, short holiday in heaven also, but then you will be back here. So how long have you done that, and how long would you keep doing the same? That is up to you. Choice is yours. Okay, have a good day, everyone.